It's so colorful. Blue, pink, green.
Yeah, I'm just wearing black.
Black. Baby, you look so pretty.
This is green.
Huh? That's blue.
That's
This
teal.
is blue.
I think that is
Teal.
colorblind.
Teal.
That's teal.
That's teal.
It's green and blue, so you guys are both right.
That is not green.
It's teal.
This is green.
That's
That's not green.
That is colorblind.
This isn't green. This is olive.
This is gunmetal.
This is a unique color that doesn't even have a name.
That only teal only knows.
Welcome everybody. We're doing a special family road trip. Here's my dad right next to me, Iraj,
Hey.
my mom Ladan in the back, and then producer wife right here. Oh my gosh, she's actually showing her face. Face reveal. So I'm gonna start the full self-driving thing, the full self-driving software. So my dad actually, you have a Model 3, right?
Yes.
And how long have you had that for?
Almost 1 year.
Do you like it?
I love it.
Okay, almost 1 year.
Yes.
How long is your commute?
1 hour and 20 minutes, 30 minutes, depending on the traffic.
1 hour, 20 minutes, 30 minutes. And then how many
1
miles is that?
77.
One way.
One way.
I'm gonna go around this guy. So I'm actually gonna put my blinker on. So for those that are not familiar with the software that's watching, this is a Tesla. It has the full self-driving software. I'm on version 11.3.6, which is one before the latest one that's going out right now, which is 11.4, but I don't think it's made it to most people yet. And yeah, so the idea behind this video is to just, as we're driving down to meet our friends for dinner, our family friends, down in downtown Austin. What's the name of this place? Bolden Acres? We've never been there before.
Yeah.
We're gonna talk about self-driving technology and sort of get my parents' opinion on it. Because it's like, I'm a huge nerd, but my parents are regular people.
Yeah, we
So,
are.
yeah.
You can say that.
Yeah, I'm a crazy person. So I'm curious to hear your thoughts. So this whole time the car is going to be driving itself. I'm going to be doing my usual check with the steering wheel to make sure that it knows I'm alive. But you'll see my feet and my hands, and I'm going to let the car drive itself as much as humanly possible, and then get my parents' reaction. So you've seen this car drive itself before.
Yes.
What do you guys think so far?
I think it's great. There are in some occasions, like maybe the car reacts a little slow, but
Okay.
other than that, it's great. It's very safe, very safe.
Okay.
I do feel safe in it.
You feel safe in it?
If I don't have, if I'm not driving myself, I get very nervous.
Uh-huh.
But in this car, I'm pretty comfortable.
You trust the car more than other people.
Some people.
Actually, the reason that I say it's safe, I expect the car
Uh-huh.
to accelerate faster, but it doesn't. That's probably pretty good safety feature of the car. So
Got it.
not bad.
So would you say that it's more? So when it does the slow thing, is it you were saying it was when traffic's moving, right?
Yes.
They're starting to move, and then you're like, come on, like accelerate a little bit faster. So would you say it's like, is it too slow really, or do you think you're just not used to that?
Sometimes the reason I'm saying that because the car behind you expects you to go a little faster.
Uh-huh.
So when they see that the cars in front of you just speed up and go,
Yeah.
the cars behind you expect you to go with the traffic,
Uh-huh.
and you're going slower than the traffic.
Uh-huh.
So maybe that's the only thing that I see. Maybe a little that needs to be corrected. Probably.
Okay.
Other than that, it's pretty good.
And then most of your driving's in New Jersey. Right?
Yes.
New Jersey.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. And New Jersey is known for quite aggressive driving for
Yeah,
sure.
very aggressive driving. Everybody tailgates.
Yeah.
So something that I don't see here.
Right. I hear the opposite
No,
happens. Yeah.
Nobody tailgates here.
Yeah.
Or
We should try it in New
almost
York.
nobody. So
That should be an interesting
That would be
experience.
That would be
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
So what do you think, Mommy? Like what? So you said you feel safer. Have you been in the car with Papi when he's doing it too, or has it just been?
Which one? In this car?
No,
or
in Papi's car.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So do you think this is something that's actually going to happen? Like self-driving cars?
Oh, of course, it's happening now. So
Okay.
I think in time they're going to correct all these things. I mean, this is my opinion. Maybe
Of course.
this is not a problem at all. Most people
Just
like it.
say exactly like how you're thinking of it. Don't worry
all
about
these things that I think that needs to be corrected in time. It will be corrected. They make it. I mean, nothing is perfect, but they're gonna make it like as close as possible to it. So, yeah, this is for sure is the future.
Okay.
So,
And then, Mommy, what do you think?
I want to see the taxi. I don't know how long
Okay.
it's gonna take for me to see a self-driving taxi.
Okay. So when do you think that would happen?
I don't know, maybe in 10 years.
You think it's going to take 10 years?
I think it's sooner than
not
that.
going to?
Maybe
What do you think?
3 or 4.
3 or 4 years?
Yeah.
Okay. And why do you guys think that?
A lot of car makers are
I think
trying to do it too. So I guess the technology, as they learn more and more, it goes a lot faster than it looks like a geometric progression, like
Exponential, you mean?
exponential. Yeah,
Exponential,
it goes
yeah.
so fast. So I don't think it's going to take 10 years.
What do you think,
Less-
Mommy?
less than that.
I'm not that positive, honestly.
Okay. So why aren't you that positive?
Because people need to get ready too.
That car freaked me out. I thought there was a car driving backwards. Look, it's getting.
Oh.
Maybe that's a feature of the future self-driving.
Yeah, backwards driving
Cars
cars.
driving backwards.
Yeah. So what makes you so not positive about it, Mommy?
Because I just don't think it's gonna happen that soon.
Okay.
Right now that you have this car and it's self-driving, a lot of people really don't trust it
Okay.
because they don't know the brand. They've heard about it,
Uh-huh.
but they don't really know what this brand is about.
Okay.
They know about Elon Musk, of course, but they don't really know the car.
Okay.
I think there's a lot of people out there that don't want to believe in these things. They just resist to accept the fact that times are changing.
Okay.
Like people
So,
around me, that,
Okay.
at the workplace.
even I think they're fooling themselves because they know that's going to happen, but they keep saying, "Oh no," they just they keep buying those like huge cars.
They can buy a Tesla truck too.
So do you think so what do you think would change those people's minds that you think are out there? Like, do you think it's like a cost thing? Is it a convenience thing?
No, it's just
Advertising.
I don't think that there are some people you're not going to be able to change their mind. I mean, no matter how much you try,
Okay.
they keep resisting. You shouldn't worry about those.
Okay.
You shouldn't worry about those at all. I'll worry about those who believe in it, and every time they want a better product.
Okay. Mama, you were saying advertising?
Yeah.
Okay.
Advertising just making people see. When they realize how good this car is, when they really know how it works, they're gonna have more trust.
Do you think Tesla should advertise?
Yeah, because a lot of people, honestly, they have heard about Tesla. The only thing they know about it is that it's an electric car. That's
Uh-huh.
it.
Uh-huh.
At some point,
They
they
don't
have
know
to.
how safe it is.
Okay.
People around me, maybe I'm mistaken, I don't know.
Okay.
I remember a few years ago, or many years ago, I was wondering why Mercedes never have a commercial on TV, or because, and I thought, well, they really don't need it because everybody knows the quality of this car maker, this brand.
Uh-huh.
and they probably didn't need to advertise because Mercedes was like a symbol for quality, and it was known for its quality. But now they have to, because other car makers are keeping up. At some point, Tesla has to do it.
Okay.
Maybe not right now, but as the other car makers try to catch up,
Okay.
at some point they probably have to.
Okay. How would you say the car's driving right now? Have you noticed it? Like, have you noticed
Great,
anything?
Great.
Yeah.
It's very, very good, very nice, very safe.
Would you say this has been like a challenging route though? Like, do you think this is like kind of easy to do, or?
Around here, there's barely any traffic. You try it on the East Coast, in New Jersey and Pennsylvania, I think it's a different story, because there's a lot of stop and go. Like I said, a lot of people tailgate, just cut you off out of nowhere.
Yeah.
That's when you can really see how safe the car behaves.
Okay.
In a traffic like this, probably you can measure. It's not a good measuring stick to gauge the safety features of the car.
Okay.
In a more dense traffic, it's probably where you want to try.
But so it's interesting that you keep talking about the safety. Like, you're like, do you think? So let me ask you this: do you think if people were more were better drivers in New Jersey and Pennsylvania, like not better drivers, but more safe, like more like here, that's people give space.
Despite of how unsafe people drive in New Jersey and Pennsylvania, you don't see that many accidents. The number of accidents should be a lot more, considering the way they drive.
Okay.
Or we drive. I'm probably one of them.
Okay.
But the car lets you know if some car is getting too close, or because of all the cameras around. The car, I think I really trust Tesla, even New Jersey and New York.
That's
and
for sure.
A lot of people, I see a lot more Tesla in New Jersey than in Pennsylvania, Beverly. A lot more Tesla than before. A lot more, especially after the gas prices went up. I see a lot of people that switch to Tesla.
Okay.
Yeah. It has a good reputation.
Okay.
But definitely, it's a type of car that, for me, it's worth every penny that I spend. And the car does warn you when something unsafe is happening around you.
Yeah. Go ahead, mommy.
I trust Tesla more than many people.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
A lot of people. Yeah.
That's one thing.
Really trust it.
That's one thing. A lot of.
I don't get panic when it's like a self-driving.
Yeah. That's great.
Because I know it's safe. It's measuring the speed.
You can kind of see all the stuff in the screen.
You can see everything, and you know that the car is, when it's passing by, the truck goes towards left. This is all like, it's great. It's great. It just gives me a peace of mind.
Okay.
I like it. I trust it.
I'm surprised to hear that you're so you trust the technology so much, but you still feel like it's 10 years away. Like, why do you think it would take that long?
I don't know, that's how I feel. Maybe it's not.
No, I'm trying to understand it. No, that's what I'm trying to understand.
Because it's not that many people knows about it, and not that many people trust it. Probably it has to go. It has to prove to people it's really safe.
Okay.
I still hear from people that they are saying, there was an accident like 2 or 3 years ago because the driver was sleeping, was self-driving mode and all that. That makes people think a little bit more.
Okay. Good.
These other car makers, you see a lot of commercials on TV nowadays. that a lot of car makers are making the electric version of what they make. You don't see or hear a lot about self-driving. You see like switching lanes. The car brakes, when it sees something like unsafe, an obstacle or something, or warns you about, some things. But I haven't seen, a lot about self-driving. Like, okay, so you want to go from one place, from point A to point B, you just put the address and the car drives itself. So you don't see that. That's probably why she's saying people don't know about it. They're not. That's probably what they need to promote a little bit. Hey, listen, it's okay to sit in a car and let it drive on its own.
Do you think it's so? If you were in charge of Tesla's marketing, do you think it's at a point that you're ready to put that out there?
They have to. It's not about. I don't think they have a choice. At some point, the other car makers try to catch up, and Tesla needs to advertise, needs to let people know what they have, because they have the best quality of electric car right now. They are way ahead of everybody else. But if they just keep trusting that, so they're gonna stay ahead, maybe at some point they're gonna be surprised. So they need to advertise.
So one of the things Elon Musk, one of the things that he says is that he feels that the technology they have is so far ahead of everybody else that he thinks they are the only ones that are even remotely close to solving the full self-driving. What do you think when you hear that?
In majority of cases, things that you don't expect happen when you get too comfortable. Mistakes happen when you get too comfortable. Distractions happen when you get too comfortable. This might be one of those cases. If Tesla gets too comfortable, we are way ahead, we're fine, nobody can catch up to us. That's getting too comfortable. At some point, they might be surprised.
Go ahead.
When people buy a car, I don't think they look only at the aspects of the car. If they like it or not, they're gonna probably research about how it works, the quality, the mileage, all that. I think Tesla will be fine, but I do agree it's more advertising.
Do you think so? When you talk to people like randomly, does Tesla ever come up in conversation
about electric cars?
Yeah, electric cars.
That's all they talk about.
Who?
People who don't own an electric car and talk about electric cars.
What do they talk about?
Tesla. They talk about Tesla because exactly.
No, but my question is just in regular conversation, how often does it come up? Is it something people even talk about?
My workplace, nothing.
Okay.
Well, if you drive a car, obviously with younger generation, they are more into these things, technology and all these AI stuff like that. So of course they know more about it, so they talk more about it.
Yeah.
Of course, the conversation. This is something that comes up in a conversation when it's about a car. Buying a car, or I'm thinking of buying a new car. So what should I buy? Should I go electric? Should I?
And also, Tesla cut a lot like twice already. They cut prices.
Like 3 times.
Okay, not that many people knows about it.
Okay.
Even a family friend that came over, they had no idea that Tesla, how much it costs now.
Right.
They thought it was around 100,000 maybe.
Well, I remember that.
Yeah, that's why I'm talking about advertising.
Yeah.
I agree. I feel they are trusting too much.
Okay.
At some point, they need to think a little deeper.
Okay.
People who know about Tesla, they know what's going on.
So
People who love Tesla, but people, other like normal people, they don't really know.
So do you think if Tesla started to advertise, do you think that people would start buying their cars? Like what would keep people from buying their cars?
Especially with this process, of course.
I mean, advertising.
I don't know if they have enough to sell to that many people, but I'm sure many people want to buy it.
Okay.
The good type of marketing and advertising obviously attract people who might be skeptical about electric cars.
Uh-huh.
I don't think they lose anything by advertising.
Okay. Let me ask you, like, let's do like a little experiment. Okay. So say there was a car, like a taxi that drove itself, that you could call for, say, to go to the airport, and it was $60 to get to the airport, or you could get in a taxi with a regular person, and it would be $70 to get to the airport, right? So the self-driving taxi is $60, and the one with the regular person is $70. It will take the same time. It will take the same route. You'll get there. It'll come to you to pick you up at the same time. Which one would you pick?
I know about Tesla. I know about self-driving. I would pick probably the
I
self-driving.
might have to take over here because it has to get on the right lane. Let's see if it does it.
But
Come on, buddy. Yeah. Nope. Okay. So that's one takeover. That's one disengagement. So it was supposed to be in the right lane, and it couldn't decide if it wanted to get in front of behind that guy. Let me say something here real quick. Car should have been in the right lane. It didn't enter the right lane. And that's a new thing that they did, is that anytime the car messes something up, you can say a voice message and it sends it to them.
oh wow.
And it tells them where they screwed up. Go ahead. Sorry.
So right now, the majority of people will take the taxi with a human driver.
Even for $10
Even
extra?
for $10, because they feel safer.
Okay.
Because they don't know about self-driving. This is a very new, still a new, even though it has
I had
been
to take
around
over.
for a few years, people don't know about it.
Yeah.
So they feel safer
With a person.
With a person.
Okay. What about you, Mommy? Would you take the $60 taxi that drives itself to the airport, or assume that the self-driving car is safer and it's perfect. Just assume it's perfect. Would you take the $60 self-driving one or the $70 with the person?
Because I think the worst that could happen, the car would mis-exit.
Okay.
I don't think we would
Interesting.
be in an accident or anything like that.
Interesting.
Right now, maybe the car would miss the exit and
It'll take the next one. Okay.
Yeah.
And you're okay with that? You prioritize safety over how quickly it gets you to your route.
As long as you're not late for your flight, yes.
That's a good point. That could cost you a lot of money. Okay. Do you think Tesla's doing a good job overall?
Like technologically?
Just when you think of Tesla, what do you think?
Fantastic.
Okay. What do you think of Elon Musk, like the person?
I think Elon Musk is like we were talking about it. Your mom was saying he is like an innovator.
Yeah.
And he is probably the Edison of our time, or I don't know who was that guy who discovered penicillin? Fleming?
Oh, that's a obscure. That's a deep cut.
Like
I was
these
gonna say the
guys
light
who
bulb.
discovered or invented.
Yeah. Henry Ford, Thomas Edison, Rockefeller,
Exactly.
industry guys.
He is in that category because he came up with something that no one else. Maybe they thought about it,
Yeah.
but nobody actually put it in practice. So he is the one that dare to. All right, so let's do it.
Okay.
So his, to me, is in that level.
Okay.
Even with its like space program stuff like that,
Uh-huh.
because all those geniuses, all those people changed in a way people's lives.
Uh-huh.
So electric cars, self-driving, is going to change people's lives.
Okay. Mommy, what do you think? Be honest, like just be honest, right? Like just
About what? I'm sorry.
Elon
About
Musk.
this-
Elon Musk.
Oh, I love him.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You love him.
Yeah, and I'm happy that I'm alive when he's doing all this stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
What
It's very exciting. It's very exciting to know that a person like that is doing all this. And I really admire him. His courage, his dedication. I admire him.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you think most people think that? Like does he come up in conversation ever? When you guys like just in regular conversation?
Oh yeah, when we talk about Tesla, you
He comes up?
immediately relate Tesla to Elon Musk or vice versa. So.
Is it usually in a positive or like negative light
No,
or
positive.
controversial?
Most people don't know Elon Musk. Like, don't know much about Elon Musk. So all they know is, oh, he is the one who, in a way, invented electric cars
Okay.
or self-driving stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
So, for the most part, it's positive. It can be negative. I mean, they consider him like an innovator and obviously a genius.
Every year he gets more like he's more famous than the year before. More people are getting to know him.
Obviously, thinking way ahead of his time. So,
Well, so there is people out there who think that he's like controversial, or now that he's getting too political. Like, does that ever even like? Do you guys ever think about that with him? Like, do you even care to think about that with him? Does that even become part of the
No,
conversation?
No.
Me, no.
Why
I
not?
don't think so.
No, because
I mean,
I usually don't talk. If you ask me, I don't talk about politics.
Okay.
no, in the conversation that I've been involved in,
Uh-huh.
nah,
Okay.
they don't mix him in like in the politics and stuff like that. Nah.
Okay. Got it. Babe, did you have anything you wanted to add in this conversation so far?
No, you've already heard my feedback on this stuff, so I'm just letting your parents.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So now we're in a little bit of traffic on Route 1, and we're about 14 minutes away from their destination, and the GoPro's still on the roof. So that's everything's
I've
good.
been worried.
It's not going anywhere. That suction cup is very, very strong. What is one thing you think that Tesla could do better? Or whatever things, like as many things as you want, because you're an owner, right?
Yeah.
You're an owner. So like, what are things that you think Tesla could do better?
Make the cars a little more attractive,
What do you mean?
like design-wise.
Okay.
Because
Like the way they look, you mean?
I mean, Model 3, Model Y, Model S, Model X, they all look alike.
Okay.
So
Well, some people would say,
you don't see Chevys all look alike. You don't see Fords all look alike. You don't see Hondas all look alike because from front of the car, they're all the same. A little bigger, a little narrower, a little wider. But this is one thing that I wish Tesla would revisit. Change the design of the car. I mean, again, maybe because of the size, oh, this must be a Model 3 because this is too small, to be a Model Y or Model X or S or whatever. But this is the only thing that make the car more attractive, at least the look of the car.
okay. Mami, what do you think?
I agree.
Okay. Do you just think it looks too bland, like not very exciting? Is that what it is?
Exactly.
Okay.
Because with the quality that the car offers,
Yeah.
I mean, make it more attractive.
So when you say quality, you mean like the things that it does, like
Exactly.
the, okay, the
Exactly.
technology.
The technology and everything that the car offers.
Yeah.
Oh, it needs
The
this
attractiveness would be
Right here.
an add-on for the customers, more appealing. Okay, so
The
on top of
candle.
the quality that the car offers, it looks really beautiful.
Okay.
So I'm gonna buy it.
Got it. What do you think about the things that I hear as to why, like, the one thing I know that Tesla tries to do is they try to share as many parts between cars as humanly possible, so that they can, you know, make the supply chain as big as possible on those parts, so that it brings the cost down.
That makes sense.
But you think at some point you got to change the look of the car? Yeah. Okay. Got it.
Of course.
Okay. What is your favorite thing about Tesla?
My favorite thing about speed.
The speed?
Yeah.
Okay. There's your unsafe driver right there.
You can tell.
You have him on camera.
I drive on the East Coast.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I mean, it's no, seriously, it's you know that you can go fast and be safe.
So it's like very controlled.
Yeah.
Okay. Super controlled.
The car handles, I mean, really, really well on the road.
Yeah.
Stick, like, I guess because of the weight
Yeah.
of the car.
The batteries are on the floor.
Of
That's
course.
why. Yeah.
It's great.
Okay. What about you, Mommy? What's your favorite thing about Tesla? If there is something.
Because it's safe.
Safety?
Yeah, safety.
Okay.
Yeah. That's what I like.
Okay. Nice. Are you ever going to sell your car? The Tesla?
Oh, I don't think so.
No?
Oh, if they give me a good offer, you know, better deal.
There's a right price for
Of
everything.
course.
Okay. How much, well, no. Let me ask this question. So there is a plan for Tesla to come out with a $25,000 compact Tesla.
Mm-hmm.
It starts at around $25,000.
Okay.
That should also be able to drive itself if you wanted to, like, you know, if you want to pay for the option.
Okay.
Do you think that car will do well?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, maybe that car won't be for me because I have a long commute. I mean, I don't know how much longer I'm gonna be active, like before I retire.
Why would you say that won't be good for your commute?
If it gives you a good mileage, that people can use the car for like long commutes, hey, you know, anybody can buy it.
What is that like? What's that number? How many miles?
Because right now the average, I would say, is 50 miles. I drive more than 50 miles one
No,
way.
I'm saying for you, like
But-
for you specifically. Like how many miles would you like in an electric car?
Like a full charge for the battery.
Yeah,
or
full charge.
between like 300 and 400.
Okay.
Would be a good, reasonable 350.
People are flying here. Okay. And then, Mommy, for you, so there is a apparently a $25,000 compact Tesla coming out that can drive itself theoretically.
So you mean that's smaller?
It's going to be smaller, yeah.
No.
No? Why? Because you like bigger cars?
Yeah.
Okay. Why do you like bigger cars?
Because I don't know. Because I'm little.
Okay.
I'm not tall, like you or that. I just feel better in a bigger car.
You just feel safer?
I just like it better.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay. You've been looking at you wanted to get a Model Y, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see how it does this. So like that's an example, right? So like a slow down for the left. The guy behind me is like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah.
Right? And the car made it, no problem. But it's like it's not very human in the behavior,
When I was
right?
talking about that, this is exactly what I was talking about. The cars behind you, not the cars in front of you. That's the the feature that they need to look at.
Okay. So is that more?
It confuses the car behind you.
Okay.
Yeah, when the car gets too close to the light, begins to like let the car behind know that wants to make a left or right.
Uh-huh. Do you think that's something that's going to be easy for them to solve? Or do you think that's going to take a lot of time?
It should be very easy. I mean, they have done a lot more difficult stuff. So this shouldn't be that hard. There's cameras all over, so
right.
The car can see exactly what's behind it. So I don't think it's going to be a big deal.
Okay.
Fixing it.
Are you surprised? Are you surprised that something like this exists right now? Or no? Or did you expect it?
Yes, I am.
You are?
Yeah.
Again, like I said, the advancement in technology is like exponential.
Yeah.
So
okay, this is going to be interesting. We have a
It
green
has nothing
arrow.
to do.
We have a green arrow, and there's cars there blocking the intersection. So let's see what it does. So it's going to enter it. Is it going to stop? Is it going to stop?
The car is not paying
Yeah.
attention.
So look at this. The car actually did the right thing.
Yeah,
How about that?
yeah, wonderful. That's
mean,
why I like it.
We're kind of
So
blocking.
safe.
So this is like a perfect. It's kind of weird because we're stuck on the sidewalk,
Stop.
but it stopped. Huh.
let's blame it on the car in front of you.
Yeah. We have his license plate. So you're saying that you are surprised that something like this exists.
Yeah, because nothing. It's right now has nothing to do. Everything has nothing to do with when I was young or a child.
Uh-huh.
You have to be in the right lane.
Has it been the right lane here? Okay.
Everything's changed.
So let's see if it puts its right blinker on and actually does this. Okay, so I'm gonna take over here. So this is actually, car is supposed to be in the right lane. I disengage because I don't want to keep going forward and cut in line, I guess, technically. I don't know.
When I
Terrible
was your
feedback.
age, I would never think that about the
Self-driving car.
Your age. It's not that long ago. Or maybe it is.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
God bless you.
We are in Texas. Okay. Let me just turn it back on. Okay. So we've had 2 disengagements so far. So like the lane was in the wrong lane, okay, and then here it should have been in the right lane, but it was in the left lane. Would you say it's done okay so far, or do you wish it would have done better?
For the most part, it's has been done pretty good.
Okay.
So, I mean, these little things, they should be able to fix it fairly easily.
Yeah.
So, I guess the more feedback they receive,
The better they get.
the better they get.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. So we're about 11 minutes away, and we have a very interesting right turn coming up there. So I'm actually very curious to see how it handles that. There's a lot of traffic. It's rush hour. It's on a Thursday. Actually, it's past rush hour. It's just traffic is crazy today. Actually, traffic for here is crazy, but traffic for other places is like normal.
What is the name of this? This is where Kayvon used to live, right? Or close? I remember that building.
No, I don't
No?
think.
This is downtown.
Yeah, it's kind of more downtown. No, he was at the Domain.
He was at the
Oh, Domain.
Yeah. He was more north. Yeah, he was more north. Babe, what did you think of this discussion so far? Like, what did you have any comments? Like,
No, I
No?
don't have any comments, but it's definitely interesting to hear like your parents' perspectives.
yeah. So like, what a lot of people are saying that I talk to, you know, like when it like, you know, I think that this is gonna get done this year.
The what?
The self-driving. I think
What
it's
do you
done
mean?
this. Like, it's going to be able to do everything this year. Drive itself
It's
everywhere this
possible.
year.
Again, they have done probably the more difficult part already.
Mm-hmm.
These are like touch-ups that they need to do. It's like building a house.
Yeah.
The house is built. You just need to do touch-ups to fix, little things.
Yeah.
So shouldn't take
Too long.
that long.
You're surprised to hear that, mommy? That it's going to get done this year?
Oh, sorry.
It's okay.
Self-driving, no, but I was thinking about taxis in 10 years.
Taxes in 10 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I really do
Okay.
think so. I really do think
Who
so.
was it?
It's K1. I don't know if I should.
I told him that we're recording a video. He called as well.
Yeah, I really do think so. And I agree with you. It's the touch-ups, right? I think the fact that it seems like the highway stuff that's like high speed,
It's fine.
right? It's like it's super like chilling, right? It's
Yeah.
not super like
It's like
crazy.
in dense traffic, and when it slows down and speeds up,
yeah.
those are the things that probably need to take a look at.
So here, I'm probably going to try to push it. I'm really curious to see what it's going to do because I really do think it's going to be very hesitant, and then the people behind me are going to be super pissed.
Yeah, the one behind you, he wants to.
That's what I was talking about. It
Well,
No,
does
he
things
it's because
that
the-
pisses off
Right.
the cars
Wasn't paying
behind you.
attention.
huh?
It sometimes
Everything's
it does
'cause of other
things that
Yeah, the people behind you.
behind
yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Because they don't know that it's in self-driving mode or you
Right.
are in control.
But the car should be doing the right thing, right? So this guy's letting me go.
Yeah,
So I'm
yeah.
going to push it forward. Thank you very much. So there, I pushed it forward. So
Well-
I'm just pushing. I'm just pushing the accelerator to do that. So what they're saying is that was very nice of that guy to do that. What they're saying is with the cameras, they're going to be able to like recognize like people waving, like the people flashing their lights and stuff. Like all that stuff, they're saying they're going to be able to recognize too. But we'll see if that happens this year or not. You know, because like it will look at the car and be like, when it flashes, then the car will know that it's making it right. Yeah. You okay?
Allergies.
Oh, geez. I thought you started crying.
You know, when you were talking,
You're so passionate about self-driving cars. I'm like, wow.
you asked me about like what they need to change. When I
Yeah,
told you
they
they
did.
all look alike,
Yeah.
for the longest time, I couldn't tell the difference between Model X
Yeah.
and Model Y because they look the same to me. Then I realized, okay, Model X is a little bigger,
Yeah.
so but they look exactly the same.
Interesting.
Can you get a napkin?
I think we're out.
Are we?
Yeah.
Check underneath.
There's sunglasses. If you need sunglasses.
Underneath.
Nope.
Yeah, I
No.
have a.
Just use the shirt.
Yeah, you want to use my shirt?
No.
I can give
Oh my
everybody.
goodness,
I can give
no.
everybody a little show.
I got it. I found one.
Okay.
I got it.
Get some
There
extra.
you
Some
go,
extra.
Alex.
Subscribe. No. It's cloudy today. Eh?
Well, it's dark.
It's dark.
It's nighttime.
No, it's 6:45. Doesn't get dark until like 8:30 now. I think it's just a storm swirling through. We have a lot of stormy weather in Austin today. Yeah. Yeah, it's been really cool. I'm really curious for you to use the new version
Yeah,
because you've downloaded it, right? But you
Yes.
haven't actually used it.
no, I haven't used it.
Okay, so now we're in the city, and there's a lot of construction. There's cones, and like I said, outside of those two things that I've done, getting it to the right lane and then getting it to the right lane. So I guess twice, the issues were that it wasn't in the right lane. Did you notice that? The issues we had with this
Yeah.
drive, the twice, and then supposedly with this new one that they're coming out with, they're fixing that, like trying to figure out what lane to be in. Like
Okay.
that's going to be a big
That's
focus.
good.
But we'll see. I mean, we'll see. It takes a lot of downloading it and see if it actually works or not. If you were in charge of Tesla,
Mm-hmm.
what would be the biggest thing you'll focus on for the next 5 years? As like you're interviewing for the role of CEO
If I wasn't in charge of Tesla,
for the next 5 years. What would you do?
Well, he's not in charge of it.
That's the answer.
well,
I'm just curious. I'm really curious because this is helpful for like if I'm an investor, right? I'm an investor in the company, and this is like a way for me to also understand how people that aren't obsessed with the company view the company, right? So it's like this is good for me to understand. Okay, what do people think? You know?
if I want to remain ahead of the curve or ahead of everybody else,
Uh huh.
once in a while, I would look at the competition
Okay.
to see how they're doing, and
Okay. So you just
I
like
wouldn't get too comfortable, like I said.
okay.
The worst thing you can do is get too comfortable, always,
Yeah.
in anything.
Yeah.
That's when things happen that you don't want them to happen.
Right.
So maybe be a little more aggressive in marketing, maybe make the car more attractive, things like that.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Mommy, do you want that question or no?
No, thank you. No.
That's funny. Okay. So we're 3 minutes away, 0.8 miles. This time he got in the left lane because it has to make a left turn at some point. This part of the drives, it's gotten so much. It used to be with the older versions and these like city driving scenarios, it just wasn't, it didn't feel very natural. But now it does, it feels a lot more natural. And the one thing it does, you see how much space it keeps between the cars? Yeah. Do you like that or no?
I love it.
You really? Okay. Is that where like you feel safe because of it?
Of course.
Yeah.
Again, this is something that you don't see much of it
Right.
on the East Coast. They tailgate, they draw,
They're like
they
freaking,
push each other, and
So do you think they'll ever solve that? Like, does that seem impossible to solve, or do you think they'll figure it out?
the what?
That type of driving, like the New Jersey, New York, like tailgate on your ass
the
the whole time.
mentality of the East Coast drivers,
Yeah.
they never put it on the self-driving. They want to be in control to tailgate.
You think so?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can see that.
What if there was a taxi they could call that was, say, instead of the $70 to the airport, it was $30?
What? Say that again.
Like if there was a self-driving taxi they could call, and instead of it being like them owning a car, they could just pay like a fraction, like literally, I don't know, instead of paying, say, $50 for gas, you would pay $5 in cost to get there.
If you really don't need a car,
Where is it supposed to be? What is it supposed to be doing here? It's supposed to be making a left?
It's here. Yeah.
Oh, it's here?
This
Okay.
is
Okay, we
this is
passed
one
it.
thing.
Okay, we
Yeah.
passed it. Yeah. Okay. So I'm taking over because the car doesn't know what it's doing. Okay. So I want to make a left in here. I'm pretty sure I got yelled at in the back somewhere. So that's one situation. So it looks like there was a car already. Was there a car waiting on the left already?
No.
No. Okay. So it should have been in the middle and make a left.
Yeah.
Which it didn't do. Okay. So there's 3 disengagements. Hopefully it's good data for Tesla to use. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to get in this parking lot and turn around. Okay. So I think we'll just end it here because it's basically here,
Yeah.
and then we can
Yeah.
call it a day.
Then it's
Okay.
dark.
So thank you so much. Did you have fun?
I had a lot of fun. Thank
Okay.
you
Okay.
for
How-
the conversation. It was very nice.
Out of 0 out of 10, how would you rate this drive? How did the car do? 0 out of 10.
9.
9? Even with 3 disengagements?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
Mommy, what about you?
Well, I'm biased because I have a Tesla.
Okay. What about you, Mommy?
8.
8. Okay. And then what about you, babe? Because you're the real.
Oh Lord. This one.
Especially compared to the other ones we've had. Carson? Oh.
I would say 8.7.
8.7.
Yeah.
Even with the disengagements.
Yeah.
And why would you rate it at 8.7?
Because they weren't like unsafe disengagements.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Like I didn't feel like I was at risk.
That's been the biggest change for you, huh?
Yeah.
It's like you've gone from like feeling unsafe to feeling safe.
Right.
That's.
I used to hate when he turned on.
Yeah, she used to literally yell at
I would
me.
get anxiety.
Yeah.
Because it used to do some crazy
She'd be like,
stuff.
take this
Oh.
effing thing off right now. Like, what? I'm not your experiment.
So it's getting better. Huh?
It's getting better. I feel so comfortable with it now.
That's great.
And that's
Yeah.
why, and like that's been a big reason why I've been doing a lot more of these videos, is because ever since that change, I'm like, wow, this is kind of a big deal, because she hated it, and now she like doesn't care if I have it on.
Yeah.
You know?
Is Cave on
that's
here
nice.
already?
I don't know. He's been trying to call us.
Been trying to call.
Anyway, okay, everybody, wave to the camera. We're leaving. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Hope this was good. Bye, bye.